and welcome to another video by Cyber Section. My name is Vakar, and in today's video, we are going to look at a very interesting topic, uh, and that is how to use rootkits. And we will do that by using a vulnerability known as Shellshock, and we are going to do it by using a tool uh, that is Web Application Attack and Audit Framework, or W3af. So first of all, let us know what is rootkit. Rootkits are basically programs that can bypass the checks and are executed when a system is rooted, and they can execute commands with high privileges, or in other words, they can gain access to a computer completely with administrator rights. So we'll do that by using or exploiting a vulnerability known as Shellshock. So Shellshock is a vulnerability that allows a system containing a vulnerable version of Bash to be exploited, and as I said, it can execute commands with higher privileges. It was uh, made public a few years ago, but is still relevant due to the criticality that it can be used to execute commands with higher privileges and potentially be used to make rootkits. And then, as I said, we'll use the tool W3af, and that tool is basically sort of a scanner that can help us detect vulnerabilities and also exploit them. All right, so let's see how it is done. So we are in our Kali machine, and the first thing that we are going to do is check on the target machine if it is up. So my target machine is 192.168.1.50. All right, so this machine is up. Let's see now that if it has a vulnerable version of Bash. We'll do that by typing cgi-bin/bash example. So the version is 2.9. So this is a vulnerable version, and if we see, apparently it's not mentioned here, but this is a vulnerable version. All right, coming back, I'll open terminal, and I'll check the loopback address. Or configure it as on. So you see the LO or loopback is now running. So now I'll go to the folder where I have the tool W3af. Sorry. And then so it has a console, so we'll run that. So now I am using the W3af tool. So let's see. Ideally, it should give me a prompt with W3af written. So let us give it a minute and see if that loads up. So like in MSF console, it gives me MSF prompt. This, yeah, so there we have it. So now let us look at the plugins that we have. And we can use the audit Shellshock, which will let us check if a host is vulnerable to the Shellshock vulnerability. All right. So now that it is selected, type target, and we'll put the target address, which is 190.168.1.50 slash CGI dash bin slash bash example. Let's just see if we have typed that correctly. All right, that looks good. We have to type set before it. Um, okay, maybe. Okay, we had to mention that this is the target. So set target. All right, seems like the target is set now. And we'll get back from the target setting. Configuration is saved. And now we'll type start so that it can check and show us whether the target machine is vulnerable. So let's see. All right, so as you can see, it says this vulnerability was found in the request with ID 35. So this confirms that the target machine is vulnerable. So the next thing we will need to do is let's try to exploit it. Okay, so we are in the exploit module. The next thing we'll do is type exploit os underscore commanding, and let's see if it works. Okay, it says vulnerability is successfully exploited, generated shell object, OS commanding object, etc. So this looks great. So what do we do now to interact? Simply type interact 0, which is you can say the session ID. And if we type ls, okay, the command is not found. Let's try ifconfig. That doesn't work either. So we have to use E and then type ls. Okay, great. Looks like we're in that machine. So let us just confirm if config, and there you can see I am inside the machine, and the if config shows me 192.168.1.50. So there you have it. We have successfully attacked a machine using the Shellshock vulnerability. So now let us try to get the username and password. So let's try epwd, or let's try to see what is the ID with which we have gained access. So it apparently looks like www-data, and if we type epwd now, we are in the public web server directory. Then if we type els-l, so we have the user IDs. So you can see dev, or the directories, temp, usr, var. So pretty much have everything. So what we'll do now is copy the passwords. So we'll type cat/etc/password. Okay, so you see we have the user IDs and the passwords. Also for the root user. All right, so now that we have access to the root user, we will use it to make our rootkit. Right, so we'll leave this here, and we will open another terminal, and we will go to slash malware, where we have a rootkit, which is tk.egz. Doing that. Uh, let's just unzip it first. Okay, now I am in the tk directory. So you can see the different files, login, netstat, etc. And the exploit we are going to use is the torn kit. So let us read that, or look at the readme file how to use this exploit. Right, so this gives us a syntax. So as you can see, it says it's a rootkit, and the usage is torn, password, SSH port, etc. Okay, and let us look at the port on which it listens on. Right, so our purpose, it will listen on port 9999. So we will run that on 9999. All right, so it says backdooring completed, but I think something did not work. And might need to check. Backdoored. Login moved and backdoored. Cannot create. All right, so let's read the file again. So let us try to see if it is working or not. Let us run another command, src dot put. Okay, so in this, we don't see anything right now. So we will run another command. usr slash info slash dot torn. So we'll check if it is running by running a tool called rootkit hunter. So we want to check if it is running. Rootkit hunter check, performing string commands. So it seems to be running fine. Because we can see it is getting access to different files. All right, so the rootkit checks show us that all checks took 1 minute 12 seconds. All is have been written in the log file. Here dash log rkhunter.log. So let us look at that. rkhunter.log. All right, so you can see the SSH configuration permit load login was yes. rkhunter is allowed root user checking for syslog. So we know that we have a rootkit in place that is running, checking for password file found. So we have a rootkit in place on our target machine. So with this, we come to the end of this video in which we learned what is the Shellshock vulnerability, how it can be checked, and how to use the tool W3af, and then how to create a rootkit by exploiting that vulnerability. Hope you found this video informative. Kindly like and subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for the next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.